and you're watching Tim's Tiny Arcade, mother effer.
Hey guys, Tim from Tim's Tiny Arcade, and today I'm going to continue the series that I was doing before I left on vacation. I'm doing my top 5 Atari 7800 games that are arcade ports to the Atari 7800. Number 5 I had Food Fight, number 4 I had Donkey Kong, and number 3 I had Pole Position 2. And today we're going to do my second favorite game that's ported from the arcade to the Atari 7800, and that is Ms. Pac-Man. Let's take a look at the cartridge a little bit closer. Here's a little bit closer look at the cartridge itself. Just the silver label. I'm not a big fan of those because everything looked the same for the Atari 7800. There's a front look at the front of the cartridge there. You know, if they would have done these in color, it would have been a lot better. Like I said before, the Atari 2600 had some of the best artwork in their games, where the 7800 just doesn't stand out to me. So anyway, but we're here to look at the gameplay of this game, Ms. Pac-Man. Like I said, I have this at number 2 on my list. So let's jump right into some gameplay. All right, so Ms. Pac-Man on the Atari 7800. How does this game stack up? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, this one is way better than the Nintendo NES version of Ms. Pac-Man. If you have not played that one has horrible sounds. Where this Pac-Man here, Ms. Pac-Man, does a pretty good job of replicating the arcade. The sounds are pretty good on this one. This one has multiple mazes, all 4 mazes, exact of the arcade, with the 2 tunnels and, you know, the exact same maze. The ghosts in the Atari 7800 version are pretty darn hard, though. They are harder than the arcade, I would say. I've played a lot of Ms. Pac-Man in the arcade. There's no hiding spots in this game or anything. This one kind of reminds me of, especially as you play on, because you get faster and faster, your character will, Ms. Pac-Man. And kind of reminds me of the Atari 2600 version of Junior Pac-Man. Not quite as bad as those ghosts, but those ghosts are relentless, and they just come after you constantly. Very good sounds for the Atari 7800 on this one. The only thing I don't like is maybe when we eat the dots as much, but it's acceptable here. The Atari 2600 had a very good version of this game also, but this one is done even better than that one, obviously, being on this hardware. And if the game is too tough for you, there are different game modes that you can play on the Atari 7800. I'm playing here on the default, and you can see how many Ms. Pac-Man lives I have at the bottom. You can have more lives in this version than you could in the arcade. But with the ghost, you kind of almost need those extra guys. But yeah, I really love this one, and like I say, it gets faster, and I've said in other videos how I love fast Ms. Pac-Man, and by level 3, you're humming along pretty good. The controls are good on this game with the controller. I didn't really have any trouble making any of the turns or anything. And like I said, this is a great port, and if you're looking for Ms. Pac-Man, you can get this game pretty cheap and find it still at a lot of retro stores. It was a pretty common game, so I would think you could find it for $10 or less in a retro store if they have it. So this game came out in 1987, and like I said, it was based off the Namco coin-op, sub-licensed from Bally Midway. But this game was actually programmed in 1984, but the release was held with the other games, like when Jack Trammell took over Atari. So if this thing had been released like back in '84, I think, and you know, the system and everything, this would have been a smash hit. All right, guys, that was a look at Ms. Pac-Man. That's number 2 arcade ports that were ported to the Atari 7800 on my list. And you can go back and watch my other ones that I've done on my top 5. Now, I'll have my number 1 game that I'll be doing a video on hopefully shortly. I've been a lot busier here lately, so hopefully within the next week I can maybe get that video out. But what do you guys think of Ms. Pac-Man being in the top 5 arcade ports? Let me know in the comments what you think. And guys, thank you for watching today's video. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.